What's going on?
Today's lesson is going to be about framing. I'm going to show you right now is this model and the different type of framings we use when we're shooting film or animation or music videos or whatever you're shooting. The language of film is still the same. Close-up, medium close-ups, full frame. Each shot is still used in all types of visual media. So right now this would be considered an extreme close-up. If we pull back a little further and we have a frame relative to this, it would be considered a close-up. We pull back a little bit more, this would be considered a medium shot. As we keep pulling back, it will get considered a cowboy shot. And the further we go back, this would be considered a medium full shot. If we go all the way back, we'll see a full body. It will be considered a full shot, sometimes referred to as a wide shot. Now, lots of anime, they use a lot of close-ups to save money on animation. It's easier to animate a face than it is to animate a whole body. You see lots of shots like this too, which would be a worm's eye view. It would be a tilt up, looking up at characters. It makes them seem a little larger than life, a little bit more overpowering. You'd see this a lot in fight scenes, especially in anime. And if we go up and we pan down, we'll get a bird's eye view. You also see this a lot in anime, also known as a downward tilt. You see this a lot when characters are running, and also in fight scenes. But even during regular dialogue scenes, you'll see shots like this. It's seldom you'll see a shot on framing unless it's a close-up or extreme close-up, meaning that the character is facing towards the camera and talking to the camera. So when you do want to have a shot that has a close-up or a medium shot, you want to skew your character a bit, or at least turn them to the side, like a 3/4 angle, like this, 3/4 from the front. When you're facing a character and you're using a 3/4 angle, they could be facing either left or right. There's also something called a 3/4 back, which means that you see their back and they're facing either left or right. You'd often see a 3/4 shot done in American cartoons. It's a lazy way to animate and not have to think about real composition. Shows like Johnny Test, The Cleveland Show, anything by Seth MacFarlane usually have a 3/4 shot on like almost every character. You can also put your character to the side view. Usually they're looking to the side, they're either talking to somebody or looking at something off camera. If there's no one else inside of the frame, and always remember the rule of thirds if you know what that is. right now I'll show you some examples of anime that I found online, and I won't be using any of the audio from the shows, but I'll try to point out the shots for each cut.
Close up, wide, full, full, that's a full, POV, we see what she's seeing, close up, it's a medium shot, it's a full shot, another full shot, close up to a full shot. It's a 3 shot, meaning there's 3 people in this shot. It's a medium close up, close ups, extreme close ups. Now, this is what I mean by tilt. You're looking up at the characters. You sometimes see the full body, sometimes you see a close up and a tilt. But you'll see a lot of these worm's eye view, meaning you're looking down from the bottom up. It's the characters. This would be a side view in this character, and a 3/4 in this character. Even though her side view isn't showing us out of her body, but it's showing us out of her face. And this would also be considered a 2 shot, but we're still looking up at the characters and the perspective happening here. Now we go to a 3 shot, but we're zooming into the character in the center. She's centered and our view is focused on the center. So in the composition, there are elements that are pointing towards her. So cinematography, we are focusing on her. It's a slow zoom. We go to a medium full, and we keep pulling into her. Right here we have a close-up. It's a 2 shot. There's a person on the left, person on the right, focusing on the person more on the right because of the contrast. They're brightly lit, and our eye seems to focus more on lit things. So, in contrast, that's how this shot is working. Extreme close-up of the hands. A full shot, also considered a wide shot. Notice the composition. So we're creating a triangle here, and we're focusing on the light part of the scene. The character is also centered, which makes for a good composition. We cut to an extreme close-up. Notice how this piece of, I don't know if that's her hair or what it is, but it's pointing towards her face. Hair is pointing towards her face. These elements are going towards her, if I'm correct. Well, they're going away from her, but we're focusing on her eyes. The contrast between the dark and the light makes us drawn to her eyes. Reverse shot of, I guess, her friend inside the scene. Same thing. Contrast in her eyes. Her face is brightly lit. The background is darker. So her eyes drawn into the contrast of the light versus dark. This is a extreme close-up. Character is centered. And we only have one thing in the shot to look at. Cut to a full. So you often see a pattern that happens when you're shooting film or you're creating. There's a language that you need to watch for. In the US, we usually start with a wide shot like this and we'll slowly creep into the characters. In Japan, in anime, sometimes you see smash cuts, meaning you'll go from a wide shot or a full shot and you'll cut directly to an extreme close-up like this of the character talking. I hope that made a little bit more sense to you guys of different shots and compositions and framing.